Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our comic episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's fast with attitude? Lots of attitude with me tonight.
I am your resident Sonic slut, Phoebe Stanton, and man, why does my arm look gray all of a sudden?
Oh, that could actually fit with in real life, too, and besides just the reference of the comic we're talking about.
That is sadly accurate.
Hey, if it made you guys more productive, they would coat you in a metal infection, if they could.
And we're here to talk about Sonic.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog Volume 4, Infection. And the first art of, God, what is this story arc called? Infection or something, or Metal Infection or something like that?
The Metal Virus Saga.
Metal Virus, okay. Well, yeah, we're starting that. We just wrapped up the other one.
The Neo Metal Sonic Saga.
Which, so I assume you told me this, but fucking A, does Sonic get dark in a way I didn't expect?
I told you, sir, that it was going to go to places you were not expecting. And if you think this is dark, you haven't seen anything yet.
This is dark. I don't think this is dark. This is dark.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
I believe that now. But I just need to state that this is a dark story arc just in 4 issues. So we're here to talk about tonight 13 through 16 of what I already said. But the 13 cover, you can't see covers, can you?
I can see you. Do you mean the fighting game stage character select screen?
Yes. I kind of like that.
I really like Tails sticking his tongue out and Amy just opening her arms to give you a hug, and meanwhile here's Knuckles in the Sonic and Knuckles pose.
I love Knuckles. So this picks up right after where we ended last time, where Robotnik figured out he's Robotnik and no longer Mr. Tinkerer, but they don't know. They beat Metal Sonic, they let Metal Sonic go, and then it just kind of, it has a brief page of showing what the heroes are up to, where Knuckles is guarding the Chaos Emerald, Silver is flying around like an idiot.
I do like that we have switched from the Resistance to the Restoration. Now that the war is over, we now have the time to rebuild. But is it over? Oh, is it ever over? Again, a question that will have ramifications in the future.
I also didn't catch this, but in the first scene of this issue, of this 4-issue arc too, Sonic has a bluebird on his shoe. And that will matter when we put a pin in that. That will come back up.
Oh, Mike. Very good point. Oh my god, is that the same bird? That might be the same bird. I don't know.
It looks like the same bird. I mean, it's a common animal in this world, so it doesn't, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mike, that's brilliant. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either, but I just read these last night, the last 2, and then this morning now I'm pulling this up, and I'm like, oh. So
it's so good.
Then you have Tails come to Sonic to tell him that I think he's telling him something's going on. Oh no, they're talking about Mr. Tinkerer and how he went. I think they found out he went missing.
Yeah, because a random letter just suddenly spawned inside of Tails' workshop. Almost like somebody with wormhole technology might have dropped that off.
Oh, and he does have wormhole technology, so.
He does.
Okay. That's what happened. I'm scanning through the pages while we're talking, and yep, he does pull a letter out. Okay. And then when it does cut to Eggman, so this reminded me a lot of Sega CD. You have Eggman in his lab with the platypus guy, and you see him testing out a new weapon, which is a virus. He coats something living in metal, and then it becomes infected with the metal virus. And it really did remind me of Sega CD. I think Sega CD had metal flowers and stuff like that in the background when you went to the future.
I don't know much about Sega CD, but let's do a little bit of a side talk right now about the writer, Ian Flynn.
Sure.
Because there are people who really like Ian Flynn's Sonic, which is Sonic Frontiers, Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and this. Maybe some other things that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. There are people who like him, and there are people who absolutely hate him and think he's one of the worst things to happen to Sonic. That's just how Sonic fans are. However, while I do like this saga and where it goes, and I do like the opening 12 issues of this comic, I am at least willing to point out the fact that, yes, the first saga of this is actively just a reboot of Sonic Heroes. And then this is actively just how Eggman used to turn people into robots in the Archie run.
Oh.
So we're kind of just going through a greatest hits right now. Is it a different way of doing it? And do I think it's better? Yes. But it is interesting that this is like the third piece of media, because you have Sonic the Archie comics, Sonic AM, and this that are all like, okay, I'm going to turn biological matter into metal. Do other things do that? Absolutely. Does it make sense for Eggman to do it? Double so. But there are other story arcs you could do, guys.
I like this, and I feel like it's going to go different than I expected.
It's going to go a lot of different places than you're expecting.
So, because just seeing him do this, I mean, these are all references to Sonic stuff, but it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 12 issues weren't that bad, like when it came to Darkness, or like they were pretty, like, I mean, there's a little bit, resistance and tyranny government. I mean, very topical things in 2025. And like, this is just starting to go in a whole different place. So the next part of this is Sonic and Tails go to the town where Tinkerer was. They found out Tinkerer was kidnapped, and then they run into Rough and Tumble, who now have
metal tails because they don't have tails.
Okay. And it's just, so they were enhanced by Robotnik, which I like how he's like, wait a second, how'd you guys get those?
Yeah,
you guys are
a little too dumb to be able to make those.
Not wrong.
No, he's not. And it's fun knowing that Rough and Tumble, even as brothers, and they're both skunks, together have less than half a brain between them.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, you want to talk about less than half a brain? Wait till we get farther in this episode, so we'll talk about that.
Yep.
But yeah, they're just so stupid. Even with their weapons, they don't even know how to use them. Like, I don't know who's who, but the one guy who has like the crushing tail, the other one has like a cannon on his tail. Like they miss constantly. They just don't know what they're doing. They try, but
meanwhile, while they're trying, we get the second test of our metal virus.
This is when it starts getting to a level of darkness I didn't expect, but it does fit Sonic.
And again, it's gonna get so much worse.
Like, he has a couple animals in these little cells, and he coats one in the virus, a little bunny, then he goes and attacks a pig, and then they all start converting to zombies, the metal zombies.
Yeah, just on touch. Not a bite, not like a hug or anything, on a single touch, a flick of a finger, you're done. And meanwhile, you have the Eggman shadow smile, and it's more terrifying than ever before. Especially as this metal virus is doing what it does, which, again, like a little thing that we're going to be talking about later on in the episode, it's not just a coating.
No, it takes over your brain.
Oh, it's much worse than that.
Okay, I want to hear then. I see a little bit about it, like you become like a zombie, or a zombot, as someone's going to say later on in this.
Yep.
So, I mean, it doesn't look friendly. And then Sonic and Tails beat Rough and Tumble because Rough and Tumble are fucking idiots. But it is cool to see them working together. Like, just little things like that, just having them work together, I really liked.
Well, he has to fight alongside his little buddy.
It was nice to see, though, because, again, this comic does a good job of really being true to the source material of these characters in the games and how they do things together. And just the way, like, when you see Sonic attacking, it's very much like a game.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. And we'll see it in a little bit, in like an issue or two, but he gets bored really easily. Sonic's like ADD or ADHD. And if there's not a fight going on, he's just like, oh man, I'm so bored. Are we done yet? Can the badniks attack us now?
I mean, it does fit Sonic.
It super fits Sonic.
And I thought this was interesting when Rough and Tumble are about to talk and tell them like where Eggman is and what's going on. The portal opens up underneath them and they're taken away.
Yeah, because Starline's smart. That's the fun thing. I thought about this earlier today while at work, is the difference between Eggman and Starline. and why I love Starline so much, which we will see more and more as we go along, is it's sort of like they're both intelligent, but one's chaotic evil and one is lawful evil. One is willing to put in the effort and do the tasks and do trial runs. Oh, the plan didn't work. Why didn't it work? It's almost like the Joker and the Riddler, where they're both intelligent, but the Joker's like, oh, the plan didn't work. Fuck it. Let's just jump to something else now. Ha ha ha. I gotta, smiling piranhas. And the Riddler's just like, okay, what went wrong? How do I fix it?
That is a good way to put it. I wouldn't have thought of that myself, to be honest. So that's a nice one. Because it does kind of fit the characters.
Yeah. And so you get what is effectively the Riddler watching Batman and Joker fight and go, Joker, I'm your biggest fan. Because at the current moment, that's the top dog in villainy. And he wants to be a mad scientist type.
I mean, Dr. Starline actually works out to be a pretty good new villain in this.
You have no idea how far he will... Like, oh man, we're going to have fun with this run.
And we're going to keep going. Now that I'm not in Spooktober, I can just record more of these and not have to worry about it and just release them as I release them.
I'm glad you're enjoying these. Also, I really like whichever skunk it is, because I always get Rough and Tumble mixed up, but shooting the barrel at Tails, and Tails just has like the math calculation meme going on before he catches the tail or the barrel and whips it back at him.
I do really like that, and it is hilarious. I didn't even think about it. I mean, I saw the map, but I didn't even think about it, how it's kind of a meme. It's the meme.
It is. Here's Jessica Lange looking around going, what? Or Sarah Paulson, whichever one, going, all right, carry the 2, divide by 7. It's the same meme.
I do that in real life. Like, there have been times before I make certain decisions where I will find myself calculating something like quickly. Like, I don't even think about it, but I'm doing it essentially. I'm doing the quick math in my head. Like, I watch my cat do it all the time. When she jumps from one bookshelf to the other, which I'm surprised she can do it, I watch the head bob. The head will go up and down, and then she leaps. Even though she's made that leap hundreds of times at this point, I always love watching the head bob, to judge the distance.
And also before the portal opens them up, like right beforehand, the fact that once again, Sonic starts to feel bad for his villains. Because here's the skunk going, I had my tail back. It was a nice tail. And it's gone now. And Sonic's like, oh, I hurt him. But then he says, Heartless, you're just heartless. All I ever wanted to do was cave your head in.
What pretty funny.
What a good line. What a Bebop and Rocksteady style line.
Yeah. Oh, God. You've been reading the Turtles. Like, man, what the IDW does with them is
issue
awesome.
124, sir. I have gone farther than I thought was going to happen.
I'm glad, though. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. That's what matters. So, and then this issue ends with Dr. Starline saying it's my turn, and he's going to team up with Metal Sonic, who can't talk now because he's not Neo Metal Sonic.
Yep. And we're going to see just how capable Starline is by himself.
And I was kind of looking for. So I read 2 issues one night, and then last night I read the other 2 issues. But we can't forget to mention that there is an ad in the back of this comic.
I knew you were going to do it.
I like mentioning these ads, Ashley, because it's kind of funny to me. And it's Dexter's Laboratory, which I never really cared for that show.
I didn't know there was a comic for Dexter.
There's a comic for everything.
I kind of want to read it now.
Good news. I have a website where you could just get ready for lots and lots of single women that want to meet you that aren't real.
That's fine.
Hey, maybe you won't get those ads because they'll know, hey, there's no one around here. So she won't believe it. Unless you're running a VPN. But so then it brings you to issue 14. This is a cool damn cover.
Yeah, look at that Metal Sonic with the shadow covering his metal, the light reflecting on his claws. That's really good.
Yeah, that is. And then you have Silver and Sonic and Dr. Starline and Eggman in the background. It's just a really cool cover. I also really have a soft spot for Metal Sonic. I have a Metal Sonic Funko Pop. I keep passing up the Neo Metal Sonic one because I just don't want to spend $15 on it.
It was at my Walmart.
Well, yeah,
the last time I went, and it was like, no, you're not going to buy the Funko Pop.
I'm waiting until somebody buys it and I find it at a toy swap for like $10 or $5. That's what I'm waiting for, because that will happen. Because a lot of I go to toy swaps I go every month when they have them, which is every month but January and December, and you find shit that people will buy on clearance at Target and then sell it for a little bit more. So I'll find it, but I'm just waiting because I do want it, but I just don't feel like spending $15 on it. No, I don't need to. But it's a really cool cover, and I enjoyed it. And then this starts off with Sonic and Silver, which I really don't know much about Silver. Is he in any other games that matter besides 06?
So I think he's in Generations because that has '06 material. And I'm unsure about Forces. Like, I'm unsure what games he's in, even though he really is a fan favorite character. And the fun part is we already kind of have confirmation that the next Sonic movie is probably going to be based off of Sonic CD, and since that already has timeline shenanigans, the post-credit might actually be Silver.
Okay, I can tell you all the games he's in. I just found out a list.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog 06, Sonic Rivals, Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is a Wii game. Sonic Rivals.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Secret Wing in a little bit, actually.
Okay. Sonic Rivals 2, Sonic Rider Zero Gravity, Mario and Sonic Limited Winter Games, Sonic Free Riders, Sonic Colors, the DS version, Sonic Generations, you were right, Mario and Sonic at London 2012, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform cameo, Sonic Jump, which was a mobile game that I actually played.
We don't talk about that's like a doodle jump type thing. We're not talking about that.
Sonic Dash.
Another spin-off.
Sonic Jump Fever, more mobile games, I'm pretty sure. Sonic Runners, that's a mobile game. I actually had it on my phone at one point. Sonic Forces.
Original or the mobile game, which is an auto runner?
Both.
Okay, yeah, so he's in Forces.
Team Sonic Racing, more Sonic. Man, there's a lot of Sonic Olympic games.
Yeah, it's a lot of spin-off. Because I know he's in Crossworlds.
Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, because he's in Sonic Generations.
Sonic Racing Crossworld, Sonic Rumble, Sonic Blitz. Those are more mobile games. Man, there's a lot of fucking mobile games.
It's
okay.
Ridiculous. Sonic Rumble is the Fall Guys clone.
Oh, okay. It's just he's a character that I know very little about because I haven't played the Sonic games that he's in. So, like, I want to play 06. I know we had this conversation every time we do this. So once that fan-made thing is done, I'm covering it with you.
I have no problem doing the fan game. I will not replay that game again.
No, it's fine. I want to play it, but I don't really feel like emulating it, so.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so that brings us next to... So they're on a mountain peak, and then they're seeing one of Eggman's bases being unloaded, which made me chuckle because the badniks you see are from the games. There's a polar bear, there's the classic one from 1, the little beetle guy. Like, stuff just makes me smile. Then Metal Sonic shows up, and I like how Metal Sonic just throws Silver because he doesn't really know what to expect.
Yeah, well, just hell with Silver. He's not my rival. Sonic is my rival. And I love the punch to Metal Sonic makes his eye glitch out.
Yeah, I didn't get that. That's cool.
To which Metal Sonic swipes fast enough that a couple of the bits of fur from Sonic's quills comes off. It is a very even match, just for Silver to show up.
I do like how Silver does like the whole, like he can hold them in space, but in this time it doesn't work as well because apparently you can open a void under the space and take them out of it, I guess, somehow. So, yeah.
I'm assuming it's kind of like you've played some Pokemon games. Hoopla. The fact that Hoopla's rings can be the portals, but he can also move the ring.
I don't know who Hoopla is, for the record.
Okay, so let's rephrase. So my understanding is Starline opens up the portal underneath Metal Sonic, and then the portal moves up like an elevator and swallows him that way. Instead of the object moving, the portal itself moves.
Okay.
And then Silver goes, "Aw, man, that's the guy who told me that this base was being dumped out."
Oh, yeah.
Because of course, Starline wants to have this fight because, again, he's that lawful evil intelligence. So he's like, "No, I want to understand. Why is this the guy that Eggman keeps fighting? I want to turn."
Starline is interesting.
He's
interesting villain.
I cannot wait for you to see where he
We'll
goes.
read more. These are easy to read and easy to make and easy to edit. So yeah, we'll make more. The first one blew up. Nothing else since then has, but that's fine. So
Yeah, I
give
figured
it
as
time.
much.
I'm still weird as fuck. So randomly somebody's like, "What the hell is this?" Click. So after you have them fighting, and then in between that fight, it shows what Dr. Eggman is up to, how he's testing his virus. And he takes a squirrel that is partially covered in the virus, drops a fucking Zombot rabbit on him, and then the rabbit turns him completely.
Yeah, and it's over and over again because he does these multiple little boops, like he raises the squirrel up and boops him down.
Oh, I see where it says boop, boop, boop. Okay.
So the more you get infected, like the more spots get infected, the faster the rate goes.
Okay.
Which again is very important.
No, that's fair. And it is such a just thinking about it is a really vicious weapon to be using against a population.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when he's planning on world domination. And meanwhile, Rough and Tumble come in going like, hey, those toys that you gave us broke. Any other bright ideas, genius? Because they're antagonistic as all hell.
And
he
they're
looks
stupid.
over their shoulders at the Zombots, and then you get that evil Eggman smile. Oh yeah, my latest weapon just came out of beta. You're gonna love it.
I laugh when I saw that, and then the way it goes in a little bit, but then it which we'll talk about, but it cuts back to the fight with Silver Sonic and Metal Sonic mostly. Starline is there, but he's really just opening portals here and there whenever they try to attack him.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to try.
No. Did he already have that technology, or is that technology is from Robotnik?
The Warp Topaz is just another gem. Another supernatural gem that exists within the Sonic universe. Because we read that actually, no, it was probably last time, where he explains to Eggman, oh, this is the Warp Topaz. And he's like, pass, I've dealt with enough magical gems in this world. Besides the Chaos Emeralds, I do not care anymore.
Okay, I should have picked up because he showed the Chaos Emeralds a few times. I didn't realize he has them.
Yeah, no, Eggman is done with literally any other stone besides the Chaos Emeralds, which makes sense because, as we talked about last time, this is a direct sequel to Sonic Forces, which is all about another magical stone, which did not work out for him.
Okay, I need to play Sonic Forces. I need to put that in the fucking schedule. But I'm trying not to write the schedule too far in advance so I can edit it. It needs to go on the schedule. Okay, that makes more sense. And I do like how they finally do beat Dr. Starline, or at least they smack him in the face because they trick him.
Yeah.
So he gets smacked at least. But oh yeah, because he gives them the access code, which actually was the detonation code, and then they run in, and then Sonic runs in. He's like, I killed both of them!
To which Eggman is furious. The very second Starline blows them up and then opens a portal, Eggman hand right through the portal, pulling Starline through and screaming, how dare you? He's mine to defeat. Again, that very Joker-like ideology of no one can kill the Batman but me. He's my playmate.
Yeah. Well, that's also because the Joker and Batman are in love, so, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
This kind of fits that same type of ideology. I do like that, though. I like that Eggman just flips the fuck out, but then he's like, yeah, they're not dead. They're fine.
I know this is an aside, but that just reminds me of The Dark Knight Returns with Joker in the home, and Batman comes back after 10 years, and he just goes, but Batman, darling.
Yeah, that is a good scene in that movie and that comic. And again, it really does show more of that whole idea between two of them, where they need, one can't exist without the other. Joker and Batman, Joker and Batman.
And it's the same thing here. The very second that Eggman gets his memories back, the first thing he's doing is going, fucking Sonic!
Which feels fair. I would say that.
Of course, Eggman knows that he didn't actually die because Sonic is too much of a pain in the ass to die in such a simple explosion.
And he has a friend that can make force fields, so...
That's also true, but he's fast enough that he could have outrun the explosion.
Maybe. Depending on how the explosion's set up, yes. But that's neither nor. And then you see them, Silver saves them, and they're at the restoration headquarters, and Silver is all damaged and in bed. So now they're going to go look at another base, and since Sonic beat up had one of his characters beat up. Now he takes Amy with him instead because he's always got to have someone with him.
And look at Amy's little blush and then covering her mouth as she's being carried by Sonic.
Because she can run fast too, can't she?
Oh, she's pretty fast. But her main thing is strength. I would say she's on par with Knuckles.
Okay. I know very little about her, so
I think we brought it up in the past, but the gold bangles that she wears on her hands are training right.
Okay. All right. And then this advertisement is for a Skylanders one-shot. Ooh,
a one-shot for a spin-off of a completely different series. Yay.
You gotta advertise some comics. I always find it interesting the random shit that IDW gets licensed for and then advertises. I do like IDW a lot. So, all right. Then that brings us to issue 15, which is we still have one more after this, right?
Yeah, we have one more after this.
Okay. This is a decent cover again. You have Amy and Sonic running from Rough and Tumble in the background.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weaker one. It would have been nice if they had given it a little more urgency, like shown some of the spread of the metal virus on Rough and Tumble. Because otherwise, it's just these two jobbers that we've seen get beat.
But a
few times now, chasing off two characters that we know could easily, just one of them could beat the two of them combined.
Yes, but they don't want to show you. I think this comic is still trying to hide what's really what's about to happen yet. So
yeah, then have the tank be in.
Okay, tank would have been cooler. But so I do like when they go to Echo Mine, which just has to be a reference to one of the games. This level,
the last issue was also Frozen Peak, which
that's Sonic 3. No, Sonic 3.
That's either. I know there's an ice mountain in Sonic Adventure. I just don't remember what it's called.
So Echo Mine is just from the comics.
Oh. And of course, it's got Eggman's face on it, very Dr. Wily style.
Yeah, that made me laugh, by the way, too.
You know what I like best about Eggman? His subtlety.
Okay, all those lines did make me laugh when I read this comic last night. I mean, it fits Eggman. And here's a good scene they talk about. Like, when they go down there and they're like, and Amy's like, we lost a lot of good people too, and you just see a helmet of somebody from the Resistance. It's like, man, this comic takes the Sonic world, which is a very happy, colorful place, and it adds a shine of darkness to it and realism that I think is very impressive.
Oh yeah, and the newer games, at least from what I've seen of Forces and what I've definitely played of Frontiers, which was the whole thing, is also reflecting that. The games are maturing at about the rate that you would expect the characters to if they were aging. I think it's very interesting that when Ian Flynn shows up, it's no longer just this cartoony haha, every game is the same. There are ongoing plot threads and things from the past are coming back to haunt them.
That's a good way to put it. And then I do like it when they're in the base and you see where Amy's like, because she finds the computers and she's like, yeah, it's one of these passwords that he uses all the time. It's just funny that she knows that and he's that dumb of a person that, he uses all the same type of passwords.
Yeah, hate that hedgehog.
With numbers. I mean, that's a smart password, actually, to be honest. Like,
of course. And we can't miss this 2-page spread of Eggman fueling these backpacks full of metal virus and giving them to Rough and Tumble. And they go, is this going to give us superpowers or something? And he goes, or something.
I really like that, actually. Because when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I know what... I knew exactly what he was up to and what that was. And I'm like, yeah, he don't give a shit about that.
I just noticed on this third reading that Rough or Tumble, whichever one, is hitting Cubot around as a soccer ball. He's not even using the orb one.
Well, to be fair, the orb one is with Robotnik, so he just used who he had. Well, no, they're both nearby. I don't know. He's just an asshole.
He's just an idiot.
That too. I mean, they fall for it when he gives them the, the back. He's like, here, this is my new weapon. They're like, oh,
yeah, superpowers or something. Yeah, or something. Don't think about asking the second question, huh?
No, it's a good scene. And then they do see their whole, or you don't see it yet. He pulls off something, or pulls a sheet off of some machine that they're going to get. But as the reader, you don't see what it is till a couple panels later, or a couple pages later, when you see Rough and Tumble burst into the the base where Amy and Sonic are.
Yeah, and it's just a very classic Sonic 1 through 3 style drill tank, except this one's a two-seater.
It's really cool to see because yes, it's very much just flashback to the old games, and I like it when Amy hits the drill and her little hearts come off. Like that made me chuckle. I think that's from Sonic Advance.
It is.
Okay.
Advance and Adventure because it's the Pico Pico hammer.
Okay. I do like how they bring him to the hole and they're like, well, this is where we can beat him because they can't turn around. I do like that. That was a cool idea on Sonic's part, and then just like the hole where they just run around, because he can run fast. He just runs around behind them and then takes them out. I really like that.
Throw Amy up in the air, and Amy can hit that cockpit.
She does.
At least Rough and Tumble are smart enough to bail out of the machine.
Surprising. Yeah, very smart.
And then they press the button on their harnesses.
I do love the trust they had for Eggman. And so they're like, no, we're going to use our our big guns. And yeah, I knew it when that came. I'm like, yeah, they're fucked. And they realize it pretty quickly, too, when the shit starts spreading on them. They're like, oh, we fucked up.
And they start punching around, acting completely brainless.
But stronger, right?
But yeah, and they're stronger. And the first thing that Sonic does, besides avoid a few attacks, is place his hand on one of them and parkour over them. But that's it.
Oh, and he got that infected by that little... Well, I mean, he does smack him when he's in a ball a few times.
Yeah, he hits them a few times in ball form, which again, remember that the more you touch or get touched, the faster the rate of infection.
And, like, you see them, like, as they're starting to break apart, they go, like, Terminator 2 style. They have holes in them and they just reform.
So that's that little thing that I wanted you to remember for later. This is the later. It's not a metal coating over biological material. It is a full reformatting of like cells, maybe even down to molecules and atoms, from biological matter to biomechanical.
Okay. Thank you.
At least that's the way that I took it.
You took it the logical way based on what we see here, and I'm assuming you remember more than I'm aware of. So
yeah, the fact that she takes the hammer to one of them and half of that stomach goes and then plops back out. No. Unless you're gray goo now? No. You'd be dead.
Yeah. It's really cool.
And then the very next page, the other skunk. Sonic hits him with the spin dash and it slices part of his head off. Like that is compromised brain matter out in the open. And then he's completely fine again.
Doesn't matter because this is T2. So.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And then Sonic gets he starts getting a lot of goo on him from the Meadow virus. And then I think he realizes it. Yeah, near the end of this comic, he realizes, oh, wait, I'm covered in this shit and it's spreading.
Yeah, and the more you can actually see it's on his hand. He wipes his hand on his mouth. Now it's on his mouth. He touches the side of his head. Now it's on the side of his head.
Oh.
Like even you spreading it on yourself.
I see. I thought it was more from the attack, but you're right. It's a lot of him spreading it himself. Okay, that's cool. And then this issue ends with Sonic or Eggman and Starline, who were listening into the conversation. Like, one, they like his idea that he called them Zombots, and two, this when he said we're going to start clinical trials next.
Yeah, and notice Starline. So Eggman's whole thing is like, yeah, I just called them Zombots. I can admit when Sonic has a good name for it, and Starline goes, I suppose I can allow the defeated that much. Like, you want to partner or even willingly be the underling of Eggman, and you're questioning that Eggman is willing to allow Sonic a naming convention. You can see the thread starting to pull apart.
It is definitely interesting. Not what I expected from a Sonic comic. And there's like I think we'll have 6 episodes of this entire saga with the spin-offs and stuff.
Oh, just of Metal...
Yeah,
the
just Metal Virus.
Wow.
Well, the first one was just 4. This is 6 or 7. I can't remember if I counted the one that we're talking about today. So, and then the next ad is for Rise.
Does last a bit.
Sorry, what?
I said, yeah, this one does last a bit.
I'm curious to see where it goes.
So what's our ad?
Teenage Mutant Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ah, yes, the 2019 cartoon.
Never watched it. There's a movie for it too, and I've been tempted, but someday.
It is the series finale to the cartoon.
Yeah, that's why I never watched it. I never watched the cartoon. All right,
So-
then that brings... Yes.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about issue 16's cover?
I don't like it.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's stupid. It's like a handprint on Sonic's face. It's just dumb. I don't know. It's a waste of cover.
It's very weak.
So, I don't know. I didn't really understand why, but I guess they just had to put something there.
Yeah, but the actual issue, though.
Issue is good, yes. So this starts off with Tangle, right? Tangle, is that her name?
Tangle.
Lemur? Yeah. Riding to Sonic and Tails' lab. Tails is experimenting on Sonic to see what they can do to cure the virus, and he's running, and it's a lot of recapping of what happened earlier. Tangle talked a little about the annual that we read. A lot of it is just recapping to start with.
Yeah. That's supposed to, get the characters up to speed and also allow us to know that, hey, we can't cure this yet, but we do have a way of slowing down the infection. Now, the fun part is Sonic's the only one who can run that fast, meaning that for anybody else, this will not work.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really even work for him either.
No, within a few minutes, it comes back faster.
So, and I'm assuming that's going to play a part later in this saga. So
Yeah, because like I said, the more it's like a zombie bite. The more you get bit, for some reason, the faster the infection rate happens within your body. And
because more of the venom is in you. But yes.
Yeah, and Sonic's not going to stop. Helping people is within his nature, even if he knows the infection rate's going to get faster and faster. He can't help it.
No. Plus, staying still is not a Sonic thing.
No, so remember that.
Okay. She's like, put a pin in it. And then you see a part that made me chuckle. So go back to Eggman and Starline, and he shows him his new invention. Or he shows him that he made a ship out of the base they're in, which is a giant Eggman face.
Yeah, and Starline's just like, really? You named it the face ship? You know who you apprenticed under, Starline. This was on you.
Yep, it was.
I also do love Eggman's throne with the 7 Chaos Emeralds embedded into it.
Same. I was just about to mention that. I do like, plus it shows you how this thing is operated, because it's the Chaos Emerald, which makes perfect sense for the Sonic world.
And then he's got the giant vat system going on, the ace chemicals of Metal Virus.
I like that. And I think this is when it's like, you can't cover the entire planet. Like, you don't have enough. And he's like, I don't need to. I just infect some people.
God, that spooky smile of his.
He's
and once
fucking
again,
evil.
Starline wanting to ask some of the bigger questions. How do you encode the command lines? How are you mass producing this amount of the virus at one time? And Eggman's whole thing is like, shh, just accept it. It's fine. I'm the genius, remember?
Also, the sheer shittiness of the first thing he does is go to the town that rescued him and that, he was happy at as Mr. Tinker with no memory, and he just floods them with the metal virus.
Yeah, just, oh god, the speech he gives. Attention, citizens of Windmill Village. It is I, your beloved Mr. Tinkerer. My memories are a little jumbled, but I do recall your kindness and generosity. You all took such good care of me. And as the old saying goes, no good deed goes unpunished.
So fucking shitty. And when you see, you literally see it flooding the streets too. It's just, he released way more than he needed to.
Yeah, and as you look at the individual panels, it is a metal virus that is a liquid form. It is legit the gray goo, which means it's coming in waves. It can flood. It can, and something that we don't see, is, I would say, apparent if you think about these things and your own personal house, is they're living in a village with wooden houses and the like. Even if somebody didn't bust down the door, there are cracks in wood. You have points in your house that are not airtight.
No, but a flooding liquid would take a little bit longer. I mean, I know your experience with flooding comes from holes in a roof because people are cheap as fuck. Normally, things aren't made that cheaply or, not cared about. I'm assuming these people cared more about the people that were in the homes than the place that I might be referencing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if I was there when this happened, we'd be dead. Well, I guess not dead, infected. Actually, that place would instantly, somehow magically know what was going on and lock us in and try to rewrite Eggman's code so that way it worked for them instead of Eggman.
You'd all be slaves. They don't need to go home. They can work 7 days a week. If there's no work, that's fine. We're not paying them anyway, so.
Exactly. See, you understand. And God, when we get the whole shot of the face ship as one final villager is being grabbed, Starline is just like, oh my God, it's over. Just like that. And then he cries tears of joy.
Yeah. Also, we have to mention how this looks like a zombie movie.
It is a zombie movie.
Yeah, like the way that they're like attacking them and stuff. Like it's cool.
No, you have straight up entered the Sonic zombie arc. Which I say that, but there's actually a webcomic I'm reading that is this quality of art that is even more of the body horror within the Sonic universe to the point that there is blood. Like a person gets misted. Oh God, I highly recommend everybody go read Infested, the comic. It's dark.
Yeah, no, thank you. But then it cuts back, and then one of the last scene with the zombies, you see someone touch a tree with a handprint, and then that tree starts getting infected. So that's showing what's to come. And then
remember that future, that Silver.
Yes.
Yeah, remember that time that Silver went back to the future,
and everything is silver.
Yeah, it's all chrome.
It's from here.
It's from here.
Isn't that his original future too? Before?
No.
Okay, that's just. Oh yeah, that's when they altered it, and then he went to the future and said, "Yeah, something's wrong."
Yeah, he's like a living paradox. He can remember all the changes and stuff.
Okay,
he's a time lord.
I do like that idea of how time works. Like, if you're from the future and then the past has changed, you'll remember the changes now.
Yeah, and poor Tangle just wanted a high five.
You like Tangle so much.
I love Tangle. I love all these new characters who have no idea. Like I said last time, if Starline was the main villain of one of the games, I would be happy. That's because I know where he's going.
I'd be happy if they did more with these characters, so we'll see what happens in the future. With gaming, they haven't really made a lot of Sonic games. They do make a ton of Sonic games, but not like...
Yeah, I know. The last main line story one was Frontiers.
Okay. I heard good things about that one.
It's good. Do you like character action games?
I do.
You'll like it.
I just haven't. It hasn't gone cheap enough on Steam yet for me to pick it up. So at some point.
Fair enough.
Right now it's $60 on Steam. I just looked. I'm like, I ain't paying $60 for this.
That's a little much for how long it's been.
Yeah, 2022. Not Nintendo games. Sega. Come on now. You can't do that too.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I will always make jokes. That's why you're friends with me.
It is why I love you.
So it's just what I do. I make tons and tons of random ass jokes, and I cut down Nintendo, and I can never work for them because they'd be like, "Oh, we heard you have a podcast." I'm like, "Oh, I'll just walk out now. There's no point."
Speaking of walk out, Sonic goes right out the door after realizing that he can't high five people anymore.
No, because he is infected. And then after he runs away, he ends up thinking about 2 times when he was a liability. I know the right side is unleashed when he becomes a werewolf. What is the left one? Do you recognize
Secret
it?
Rings.
Oh.
Good old Wii Sonic and the Secret Ring.
I had that game, and I bought it for my Wii because it was like $20. Remember, Nintendo used to have cheaper games. Remember? So, and I picked it up for like 20. It was a clearance release type thing, or not clearance release, but budget release. And I remember I picked it up for my Wii because I didn't really have much for the Wii, and I remember I hated it. I thought it was terrible, but I haven't played it since. I also hate Wii in general, so there's just that too.
Aw, I like the Wii.
I don't know. I bought the Wii and I remember I was super excited to get it, but like I haven't gone back to it at all really because I just don't like motion controls in general anymore. I mean, I do want to emulate it, which you can. You can emulate it
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
the Dolphin.
Yeah, but I just never really bothered to map a controller or mouse or keyboard or anything like that to the Wiimote yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's on my list. It's one of those things that once I do it, it's going to open me up to a whole nother level of emulation. And I just don't care yet as much. Someday. All right. But I was wondering what that was from. I thought maybe it was the secret rings, but I wasn't
it's Secret
sure.
Rings.
Okay. And then the very last scene is you have the little blue bird sleeping in a tree. The tree gets infected, and then eventually he gets infected, and you see him wake up and fly towards a city. And then it says, next time, the Chaotix investigate the end of the world.
Oh, right on the nose with that description of the next issue.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not getting there yet.
You mean because the next thing we read is Tango and Whisper?
That is correct.
Yes. And the ad for this one is the 2019 annual that we already read and covered.
We did. Yay, that thing that we read.
Wasn't bad. I'm excited. Like, I did go to see the cover of 17, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely ready to read more. So.
Let me look real quick. Is 17 in this giant 12-issue omnibook? Yes, page 228.
I'm not using an omnibook. I am reading a website. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I saw that cover. Because I always like to look at the next cover of whatever it is when I'm doing these arcs to see what the next storyline is. And I see the cover and I'm like, oh.
So you once asked about, I think it was in our last time recording this, how the giant 12-issue omnibooks work, because you were talking about how the TMNT, it probably doesn't have the miniseries and the like.
Yeah.
So this omnibook, which is Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Collection Volume 2, is Sonic issues 13 through 16, then the 2019 annual, then Tangle and Whisper 1 through 4, and then Sonic 17 through 20.
Okay.
So, like the TMNT one, how that series gets really insane with
Yes.
Raphael micro series.
Yes.
Issue 21, micro series Donatello. Issue 22, History of the Foot Clan. Issue 23. That's how it is in the books.
Okay, that's good that they got it right, because TMNT has a bunch of side stuff that really isn't side stuff.
Yeah, and it is all there in the in-universe chronological order, and it's
good.
the same thing with this.
That makes it easier to, yeah, okay, that's good. And Sonic, we're starting to get into. So the next Sonic thing you'll hear from us is Tangle and Whisper, probably sooner than later, because, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I like doing these, and my work schedule allows it, because I can do this in the morning, since Phoebe is a crazy person and awake early in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
And she should be sleeping. But hey, that's all right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And I'll lead us in this time, because I can't remember if I did last time. I'm putting it on the shelf. I enjoyed this little arc. This is a really good intro to what's coming, I feel like. And it definitely got my interest to see where, and surprised the hell out of me how dark Sonic could get. I'm in. Phoebe.
I am also putting this on the shelf. It falters like in a little tiny few spots, like how issue 16's first half is a sort of recap, but you need that so that way you could at least see the spread of the virus on Sonic and see that even he can't outrun this. This is a problem, and we're gonna see just how much of a problem this becomes.
I'm looking forward to it.
You thought this was dark.
I didn't think this is dark. Okay, just because it gets darker,
and it gets so much worse.
Doesn't change that this was dark. But yeah, I look forward to reading more. So we will. And Phoebe, where can people find you at?
You can find me over on Blue Sky and Twitter as the LP Princess, over on YouTube and Twitch as the Let's Play Princess, and as one of the co-hosts of Nerds a Broadcast, where as of this recording, we just did our 69th episode. Nice.
Well, hopefully by the time that people hear this at the end of November, you have recorded a lot more than that. So.
Oh, yes, we will.
Okay, good. This doesn't come out this is end of November that this is being released. So just to let you know. And other people listening who already know because they're in the future.
Hopefully one that's not shiny and chrome.
I mean, if somebody had their way, it'd be shiny and cheap gold. So
We'll talk about that after this recording.
hey, maybe buildings will just start having gold signs on them. All the government buildings, like this is the DMV, it has a sticker on it that's in gold. That says, maybe that's gonna happen. Then. All right,
we'll pay for the sign. We won't pay the employees.
All right. If you enjoyed this episode, over 900 other episodes of this podcast, we do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. If you want to hear the rest of our Sonic content, it will be in the show notes. You can check that out. You can also go on Podbean and search whatever you want. You never know. We might have done it. We do some random ass shit on this show sometimes. So check out our giant catalog. If you want to support the show, we do have Patreon. A little dog about in our Patreon polls. We have 1 a month currently. We'll go back to 2. I know I keep saying I'm going to. I want to. I'm just not caught up. We do have that. And if you donate $10 or more, I will give you a shout out like these lovely people, Phoebe Stanton, which you already heard, and Zach from Absolutely the Best Podcast of Work in Progress, talking about the MCU movies and their MCU adjacent movies, and they are currently talking about the Alien franchise. So definitely go check out their show and check out A Gamer List Before You. Bill Tucker currently on hiatus, but he'll be back eventually. But check out his show. And when you're talking my awesome intro and outro, courtesy Helena at Hell Hastreak, follow her on TikTok and Instagram, and please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, right? And rate and review your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.